My brothers and sisters, if 2025 is to be the year of achievement, then we must begin by honoring the path that brought us here, a path marked not by ease or comfort, but by trials that demanded our resilience. We did not arrive at this moment by chance. We arrived because, time and again, we stood tall when it would have been easier to fall. We endured when giving up seemed the simpler choice, and we believed in a better day even when the night was long. There is a certain strength that only hardship can teach. It is not found in textbooks or whispered in quiet moments of comfort. It is forged in fire. It is shaped when the rain does not stop, when the ground beneath us shakes, when everything we have worked for is at risk, and yet we carry on. That is the spirit that lives in each of us. It is the reason we can look to 2025, not with hesitation, but with purpose. Let us remember, every mountain we climb reveals not just the view ahead, but the strength within. The pain of the past, the setbacks, the losses, the disappointments, they were not signs of defeat. They were the roots from which our courage grew. They were the lessons that taught us how to rise. In our darkest moments, we discovered our brightest truths, that we are more powerful than we know, and more enduring than we ever imagined. There are those among us who have faced storms no one else saw. The mother who worked 2 jobs to keep her children in school. The young man who refused to let poverty silence his dreams. The elderly who gave their strength so the next generation could have a chance. These are not just stories of survival. They are stories of triumph. Quiet, dignified, and deeply human triumph. And it is these quiet victories that give us the foundation upon which greater victories can be built. When we speak of achievement this year, we must do so with the understanding that it is not measured only by results, but by the resilience that carried us to them. A goal reached easily teaches little, but a dream fought for tooth and nail, heart and soul, that is a dream worth everything. And when we finally achieve it, we do not celebrate only the outcome. We honor the journey. Let no one tell you that suffering diminishes your worth. Let no one convince you that failure defines your story. What defines you is the courage to continue, the decision to try again, the dignity with which you stand even when the odds are against you. In this new year, we reclaim every struggle as a step forward. We gather every scar as a badge of hope. And we rise not despite what we have been through, but because of it. There will be more challenges ahead. That is certain. There will be moments when doubt creeps in and when progress feels painfully slow. But let us not forget what we have already overcome. Let us not forget that the winds that tried to break us only taught us how to bend without falling. That is what makes this moment so powerful. We are not stepping into 2025 as victims of the past, but as victors shaped by it. Each person listening now carries a story of perseverance. And it is in those stories, in the details of how we endured, how we kept moving, how we held each other up, that we find the true heart of achievement. Let no one tell you that you are not strong enough. You have already proven your strength by being here today, alive, awake, and ready to build. So we do not walk into this year empty-handed. We walk in carrying the lessons of survival, the wisdom of patience, and the quiet knowledge that we have faced hard days before, and we will face them again, but never without purpose, and never without the power to rise. We are not defined by the battles we fight, but by the way we carry ourselves through them. With grace, with resolve, with the unshakable belief that something better is always possible. Let us move forward now with the memory of every struggle behind us, and the unbreakable will to turn them into stepping stones for all that we will accomplish. We are ready. My friends, as we walk together into this new year, this year we dare to call the year of achievement, we must pause and ask ourselves a question that defines the meaning of every goal we chase. Every success we claim, what do we do with our progress? What is the purpose of achievement if it is not shared? Of all the lessons time has taught us, none is more powerful than this. We rise by lifting others. In every community, there are hands reaching out, not for charity, but for opportunity. There are voices not asking to be saved, but to be heard. There are people with dreams just as noble as our own, but without the platform to pursue them. If 2025 is to be remembered as a year of true achievement, then our greatest victories must be measured not by how high we climbed, but by how many we brought with us. It is easy to celebrate when we succeed. It is harder and far more meaningful to ensure our success becomes a light for others. When we achieve something, whether big or small, we are given a moment of power, and in that moment we have a choice to hold that power tightly or to open our hands and share it. The choice we make determines whether our achievement ends with us or lives on through others. There are young people who need to be shown that their dreams are possible. There are workers who have given everything and still wait for recognition. There are families who have endured hardship and yet still hope. Let our achievements be their bridge. Let our progress be their path. We must no longer wait for the right time to help one another. The right time is now. The right moment is this one. Let us remember that lifting others is not weakness. It is not sacrifice. It is the highest expression of strength. It is a declaration that we believe in one another, that we are willing to use our gifts to make room for others to shine. For what joy is there in reaching the mountaintop if we stand there alone? What honor is there in being first if no one follows after us? The future does not belong to those who keep success to themselves. It belongs to those who build ladders for others to climb. This is not just a matter of kindness, it is a matter of justice, because many of those who struggle today are not lacking in effort, or in wisdom, or in vision. They are simply waiting for someone to open a door that has been locked too long. This year, let us be the ones who unlock those doors. Let us be the ones who see further than our own reflection. Each time we extend a hand, we don't just help one person, we move a community forward. When we invest in a child's education, when we mentor someone starting out, when we pay a fair wage, when we listen with empathy and act with compassion, we are planting seeds that will grow long after our own work is done. And we must do these things not to be praised, not to be remembered, but because it is right. Because we know what it means to need help. Because someone at some point believed in us, stood by us, fought for us. Let us honor them by doing the same for others. That is how we ensure that our achievements do not fade, but multiply. A nation that lifts its people is a nation that cannot be shaken. A people who lift one another become unstoppable. That is the power we hold not in gold, not in titles, but in our ability to care, to serve, and to raise others up with dignity. When we finish this year, may we look back not only at what we gained, but at what we gave. Not only at what we built for ourselves, but at what we built for others. Let our legacy be one of inclusion, of generosity, of courage to lift even when we ourselves are still climbing. This is how achievement becomes something more than a personal milestone. It becomes a shared victory, one that echoes through homes, through villages, through cities, through generations. Let us be remembered not only for how far we reached, but for how many we helped to rise. My fellow citizens, as we stand at the gateway of 2025, let us not think of this year as a finish line or a resting place. Let us not treat it as a reward handed to us after hardship. No, this year is not the end of a journey. It is the beginning of a new chapter. It is the moment where our past gives way to our purpose, and it is here, in this very hour, that we must summon the courage to build the future we have dreamed of. Achievement does not arrive with the turning of a calendar. It does not come because we wish for it. It comes because we dare to envision what could be and then act boldly to make it so. This year, we cannot afford small dreams or hesitant steps. We must think beyond what is comfortable. We must imagine a world not only as it is, but as it should be, and then do the hard work of creating it. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is the decision to walk forward even when fear whispers at our side. And vision is not fantasy, it is clarity of purpose, it is direction, it is the will to move forward when others say it cannot be done. There are many who will tell you to be practical, to be cautious, to accept things as they are. But change has never come from those who settle. Progress has never been made by those who only walk the well-worn path. Each generation is called upon to shape the time they live in. This is our time, this is our call, and we must not let it pass us by. Let us not simply inherit the future. Let us build it. Let us build a world where justice is not a promise, but a practice, where peace is not an exception, but a daily reality, where opportunity does not depend on where you were born, but on who you are willing to become. There will be obstacles, yes. There will be moments when we are unsure, when the road ahead is unclear. But if we hold firm to our vision, if we stay true to the values that bind us, there is no limit to what we can achieve. We must remember that every great movement, every transformation in history, began with the courage of those who believed that tomorrow could be different from today. That belief must guide us now. It must live in our words and in our deeds. It must shape our policies and our priorities. We cannot be content to simply manage the world we were given. We must reimagine it, rebuild it, reform it in the image of justice, fairness, and hope. We owe it to those who came before us, and more importantly, to those who will come after. The future does not belong to the strongest. It belongs to the most determined. It belongs to those who wake each day with the quiet resolve to do better, to be better, and to leave something greater than they found. This year, let us be that people. Let us be remembered as the ones who did not turn away when the task was great. Let us be the ones who did not lower their eyes in the face of difficulty. Let us be the ones who met the moment with courage and with vision. The dreams we hold in our hearts are not too big. They are not too distant. They are not beyond us. They are waiting for action, waiting for commitment, waiting for leaders in every home, in every school, in every corner of our society. Not leaders of title, but leaders of purpose. People who will take up the call to shape a new day, even when the world grows tired of waiting. So let us be bold this year. Let us take risks that matter. Let us build not only for ourselves, but for the many who may never know our names, but who will live better lives because of what we chose to do now. Let our courage be quiet and constant. Let our vision be rooted in truth, and let our legacy be a future brighter than any past we've ever known. This is our moment, and we must claim it.